Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video of me, William Rumsey HD. Welcome back to round 3 of my F124 career mode. Just like to start off as it's become the norm now, as I usually do. Sorry that this hasn't been uploaded in, I think it's like 3 or 4 weeks. I do apologise. Life just gets in the way, but we're here now, and that is all that matters. I'm not going to say it's going to be like every Friday version uploaded of this career mode, but we're going to get the career mode finished as quick as we can. And obviously there's so much coming out in the next couple of months. You have new FIFA coming out. I probably won't even buy that, but we have Black Ops 6. So much content. We've got our karting content as well, and any content we have in between. The wedding content as well, filming for the wedding. So yeah, as we go into Australia, last race was an alright race. I'd say it wasn't the heights that we hit at Bahrain, but obviously, as you can see, we're just trying to upgrade the car as and where we can to see what will give us the edge going into the rest of the season.
Well, welcome everybody. We're here in the heart of Melbourne.
We're ready to go
it's Albert Park, and it's qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix.
Back Q3s. That would be something that would be good, really good for us, and we can start making our way. Maybe getting some pole positions and maybe some wins as we go out onto the track. Car feels alright. It feels a bit unstable. It did feel a bit unstable at the start in Q1, but I'd say towards the end of that is where it felt very unstable, and maybe it was obviously the setup I put on the car. But through the first 2 sectors, didn't feel too bad. It felt a very balanced setup. As we're going through the middle part of the lap, this I used to hate Australia, but now I quite like it with this flowing section going into sector 2 into sector 3. It feels much better than previous games, I must say. But yeah, we're just popping around at the moment. We're 2 green sectors, ain't nothing special. Just to see if we could do any damage going into qualifying, see if we can move up the field as soon as possible. Oh, as we go and we spin round and we waste a set of tyres. I'm going to show you a replay, guys. Basically, I dip a toe in the grass, as you can see here, then catch the curb with some gravel, and I go around. As we go back into the garage, that wasn't the best way to start our qualifying, and it was a decent lap. It was going to put us in a solid P7. So now that we've wasted a set of tyres, virtually, obviously we did a lap before. We're in 14th at the moment. And yeah, it's looking very shaky at the moment as we go in to lap 3, going for another run. Basically seeing what we can do with this lap. We're positive going into the next couple of corners, positive by quite a bit at the moment just through this sector, which is always good to see. And we're not going to make that mistake again. Obviously we go purple in sector 1. That is a PB and a personal best for us. We're looking good. We just need to keep the car in a straight line. The thing that I do have with this game, the way I've set up the force feedback, sometimes the car can be really loose in the back end. So when I dive into a corner, I can catch the grass sometimes, and that's where I lose time. We go green in sector 2. We're a second up, which is really good at the moment. We get a much better turning, so we're nowhere near the grass coming into or going through sector 3. We might get hindered by Albon up front, one of the Williams, but he seems far ahead. We're 1.1 seconds quicker at the moment, and that cements us in P3. That's very decent lap for us as we skip on to Q2. I must say, this is lap 1 of Q2, and the start of the lap did not feel amazing, but we posted the green sector. And we're literally rinsing our ERS at the moment. As you can see, this is the unbalance of the car that I'm feeling. It's not very stable. So when you flick the stick, there's an unbalance in the car as we go through sector 2 here. Green sector 2 looking pretty decent at the moment. I believe we lost a lot of time in sector 1. Our sector 1 times in Q1 were quicker than, it was definitely quicker than Q2, because obviously we posted fastest sector of all in Q1. So that's where we were strongest, and this is where we gradually get weaker throughout the weekend, during the race and during qualifying. So we're going to come up to the line. I'm not hoping on anything special. 12th place, which that leaves us out. That's the only lap we can do, guys, as we go into the Grand Prix.
The track here in Albert Park. Welcome to Melbourne, and the roar from the crowd can only mean one thing. It's race day. The Melbourne circuit is certainly one that needs to be taken seriously. It's a combination of slippery surfaces and difficult corners, making it a very tricky track when it comes to overtaking. Drivers find it hard to pass and will need to take full advantage of those DRS zones if they want to have any hope of breaking through. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Sainz, Leclerc, Perez, Fernando Alonso, Hamilton, Russell, Stroll, Tsunoda, Ocon, Williams, Gasly, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Albon, Joe, Hülkenberg, Sargent, and Valtteri Bottas begins the race from the back of the grid. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. So I'm sure there'll be plenty to talk about this afternoon, and who's going to talk about it with us? None other than Naomi Schiff. Hi, Naomi. I don't want to, but we should look at their recent performances, and I think poor is a universal word to describe them. Now, sadly, things didn't work out for them last time. It was a bad race. Question is, though, can they recover today?
It is true, they had a really tough day in the office last time out, but they cannot dwell on that. It's so important to turn the page and start on a blank slate, because the more you dwell on that, the less it's going to push you in the right direction. So take some notes. Obviously, there's things to be learned, but move on.
Here we go then, the formation lap gets underway and the excitement here is building as we near ever closer to the start of the race. Which team will come out on top? Who's got their strategies right for today's race? Well, we'll soon find out. So as all the cars reform the grids, the drivers will be hoping to get a strong start. They'll want to earn some valuable points from today's race, with final communications being done with their race engineers, ensuring the planned strategies are all in place.
We are ready for the Australian Grand Prix. 5 red lights. Lights out and away we go. Here we go now. We get a good start. Ocon gets a good start. Sonoda and Stroll absolutely bogged down off the start as we're going to go down the inside of Esteban Ocon. We just touch wheels here, but we get the move done. We are up into 10th place. 2 places gained. As we now move on to lap 2, we can start chasing down the Mercedes pair of Hamilton and Russell. As you can see here, Norris and Verstappen up front hasn't made any edge roads to break away from obviously the leading pack. The Ferraris are looking good with about a couple of tenths gap in between Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz here. So they're eking out a little bit, but there's nothing major at the moment. But as you can see from our bottom right, guys, we're already in red for the fuel. So let's just announce this now. I believe I'm going to run out of fuel before the end of the race. There's certain things we can do, lift and coast, but if I want to keep with these guys on this stint, I have to give everything. I have to spend the fuel that we have. Obviously, a couple of faster stats coming in now at the end of lap 2. Carlos Sainz is the quickest man on track at the moment, and I believe he's making the edge road to his teammate, Charles Leclerc, just in front. So he's bridging the gap to the top 3. At the moment, we're just kind of in a no man's land. We've got a second gap to Ocon behind us, and 7 tenths in front to Russell. So we're kind of in a bit of no man's land at the end of lap, start of lap 3, coming into the end now. As we're now on lap 4, we're about 4 tenths gap to Russell. So we've brought it down a little bit. It's 1.2 to Gasly behind. I believe Ocon's gone into the pit really early now for an early stop. So the first couple of stops are starting to get done now really early. And that made me feel, should I really, is this strategy the right strategy? As we go down the inside of George Russell, very nice indeed. Now we can make edge roads to the 7-time champ Lewis Hamilton. And I must say, Perez in his career mode, I know it's only the 3rd race, but he's absolutely shocking, just like in real life. Don't have a go at me, Perez, in the comments if you ever see this, but you know, you're not doing very well, lad. I wouldn't even want to be in your seat, to be fair. No way. Screw Red Bull, we don't like them. As now we're given the objective to charge our ERS, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think we're going to fail this objective because we want to start moving forward. Oh my god, as behind us, George Russell, I believe he's got a mechanical issue, as we're going to see a replay now. Oh, it's an engine blowout. It's an actual engine blowout. As you saw from ahead, we was actually shaping up Hamilton for a move. As he pulls it off to the side of the road, there was no safety car. So now Hamilton's bridged the gap of 2.2 seconds, and we've got 2.2 seconds behind us now. So we're even more in a no man's land at the moment because we're not making any edge roads into anyone. I've not cooked the tyres. Norris, our teammate, is in the lead, as we can just see these clips now going into the next couple of corners here. Very nice from him indeed. But the pack of the next 7 cars ran away from us, and now we're on lap 10. We're only 3 tenths away. It's literally, this is my race now in front of us, as we're going to go down the outside through the left-hander. What a move that is. Very brave to go down the outside there. Caught Hamilton napping as we go on to the next part of lap 10. Make a really nice move from Sergio Perez. Now we are in P6, and the tyres are starting to come to us now. Norris is falling down to 3rd place. That's not very good for the team standings at the moment. But Alonso's doing quite well at the moment, as we move on to lap 11, nearly losing the end of the car. we're just keeping the car on the back of these guys, because if I get in a tussle with Alonso, the other guys are just going to run away with it. As you can see, Leclerc, Norris and Verstappen are running away a bit now, and I need to start thinking about, because we're going long. Oh, Norris has been passed by Charlie Leclerc now, and that was a really ambitious move from the Ferrari driver there to try to get that move done, but he got it done. And now Norris is back down to 3rd position. He's chopping and changing in this opening part of the Grand Prix. We're near enough coming up to half distance now, so we've got to try and stick to the back of them. I believe the pace is kind of slowed down. Verstappen, I believe, got like a 1.5 second gap out in front at the moment, but there's an 8-man fight for the race win. And it's good to see. It's good to see that Verstappen and the Red Bulls are not running away with it, because everybody's in close quarters here. As we go down the inside of Fernando Alonso, get the move done, back up into P5. Very nice indeed. Now it's a Red Bull from a Ferrari, sandwiched by McLaren, Ferrari, McLaren. This is our fight here. I believe our personal fight is with the Ferraris, and I believe Max Verstappen is just a bit too far in front at the moment. But if we can pull out maybe a P4, maybe a P3, I would be happy. But Norris is going to have to pull his foot out and try and get some more places up ahead, as he's actually looking for a move on Max Verstappen here. We're going to size signs up for a move. Very, very nice move down the inside. Lovely move, as we are now right up to our teammate Lando Norris. Norris is sizing Verstappen up for a move on lap 13. Ooh, we catch the curve and the grass like we did in qualifying there, and we nearly lost the car. But it looks like we're going to be coming in soon. We've been given the objective to save fuel, and we're like 7 kg of fuel over, and we've actually done a donut move here. We should have stayed out. We've come in with Norris, and we're gonna lose a bit of time, but could it do well? Oh no, the front right has had a problem. Oh no, that's gonna put us way down the order. What looked like a potential podium could be fighting just in the top 10 now, as we come out in P13. Oh my god, as Ricciardo goes off, we're in P12 now. He literally locked up. I must say, in this career mode, a lot of people do lock up, which does help us, and it looks like our fuel at the moment is absolutely terrible. As we're coming on to lap 14 now, making a move on Hulkenberg. Very, very nice indeed. Made mincemeat of him. So as we now come up to the back of Brand New Joe here, we're going to absolutely make mincemeat of him. Yeah, up into 10th place. We're in the top 10. We've lessened the fuel a bit, but it's not going to make a difference before the end of the Grand Prix here. As we move on to lap 14, a couple of people coming in the pits. We're up to P9, P8 as we go purple in sector 3. But now we have to use the fuel. Another kg has gone down. We've still got another 5 kg of fuel to save, but we have to catch up to the people in front. They're 3 seconds. They're about 10 seconds to P1. So we can do it. As a Ferrari driver, I believe Charles Leclerc is in the lead of the race at the moment. Coming on to lap 16 here, we post the fastest lap of 1:20.3. So we're getting there, but obviously we lost them. Sorry guys, them 3 seconds due to the pit stop error. And now on lap 20, 9 laps to go, we are now looking to make a move on Fernando Alonso. We've got an objective to pass him before lap 25. We want to pass him at the end of this lap. We get a tyre on the grass there, so that's going to compromise us going into the section here. As we're going to come up for the old trusty move here, we're going to make a look. We're coming back from pretty far away. send it down the inside. He didn't even fight that one. He didn't even try to defend it. What an absolute move that was. But now we get to tussle with a 7-time champion again. It's 3 bricks lying astern, and Norris has lost place as well. He's back down to P5 as Max Verstappen posts the fastest lap of the race. It's getting tense here. Who is going to win this Grand Prix? Now we can try our best to have a fight with a 7-time champion here. We're on lap 21. The fuel is getting worse, not better. So yeah, it's there's a gap behind us. So if we do run out of fuel, our finishing position could be 8th at least. Like I mean, it's points. Like there's 8 laps of fuel remaining. It says we have enough, but I guess we're going to use that, basically overuse that by trying to pass the cars in front. As obviously Charlie Leclerc's out in front. We make a move down the inside of Lewis Hamilton. Very, very nice move. Let's go. We can now focus on the cars in front. Lando Norris we can chase down now and see what we can do. 27% on the rear tyres. We've got about a couple of tenths behind to Hamilton, but we're still all so close as we're now on lap 22. Something's got to give, really, because we're in a train at the moment. As we go down the inside of Lando Norris, making sure he knows that we are the fastest car on the track, and to let him know that I'm not messing about, and I'm in my head at this point we're going for the win. As we move down the inside, a late move of down the inside of Charles Leclerc, getting a move done into 4th place. Carlos Sainz was the one who was in the lead. I do apologise, I thought it was Charlie Leclerc. But Verstappen's back out in front again. Perez has found some pace, and now it is a Red Bull 1-3, so I don't know where he's found the pace from. Norris is now looking a bit more racy, obviously, because our tyres are absolutely spent at the moment. So as we go on to lap 27, Perez makes a move for the lead, and we nearly connect with the back of Max Verstappen here. Sainz and Verstappen were scrapping, and Perez took his opportunity and is now in 1st place. What an absolute move that was. And we can't capitalise. The tyres have gone off. We're trying to save fuel in certain parts of the lap, but it's just not working at the moment as we go a bit skittish into that into second to last corner here, and they're running away from us. But we're 1.4 seconds ahead of Charles Leclerc, so that's good. That's good to know at the moment, as that we go on to the penultimate lap, on to the last lap of the Grand Prix. And yes, I called it. The top 3 has run away with it, and I'm out of fuel. And it is just a case of keeping these guys behind me. I don't know how I'm going to do it here, but I'm just going to try to keep them behind. It looks like Norris is actually slowing down as well. Could this be a double DNF if we've run out of fuel? Norris goes down the outside, we connect with each other, and we've damaged our side pods, but we get told off by Mark. Leclerc's going to try to go down the outside. We're getting pushed down the straight. We nearly lose our wheel. Norris and Leclerc go through, and we nearly lose the car here. It's just how far down we're going to finish now. Hamilton goes past, loses his part of his front wing. We tried to save it down the inside, but now Alonso is right on our gearbox, so it looks like we could be finishing 8th. I can't believe I overspent on fuel here. I've do this too many times this season, as Alonso is pushing us to the line. As we finish 7th place. I mean, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's only the 3rd race of the season, and it's still points. We get driver of the day, which is very, very good.
Another superb Australian Grand Prix comes to an end then.
As Ferrari win a race. Carlos Sainz has won for Ferrari. What an absolute race for him. It looked like the Red Bulls was going to seal this up here, and it looks like Max Verstappen in second, Perez in third. What an end to the race that was. I wish I could have caught it on recording. But well done to Carlos Sainz. So I think that's 2 different winners, or 3 different winners in this career mode so far. So yeah.
Do it again.
Well, I mean, Red Bull got a 2 and 3, so they're going to extend their lead in the Constructors' Championship. But what a day for Ferrari. They looked really racy. Charles Leclerc was looking really racy at one point, but he just seemed to succumb to the quickness. That was Carlos Sainz. Very, very well played. As we now go on to the home screen, we've actually got a secret meeting and some upgrades for the next race, and it's with none other than Mercedes. They want to sign us because I've started this career mode off well, but yeah, I'm not sure what I want to do here. Do I continue talks? I look what's better. But it's true, we're constructor position, we are first. So at the moment, I thought we were second, but we're gonna decline the talks because we're in the better, superior car at the moment. So going into the Japanese Grand Prix, we've got our cable assembly, hopefully that's going to be in the green. And it's not, we've got to restart it from the hub. So we're going to go into the Japanese Grand Prix with no upgrades to the car. I'm not really the biggest fan of the Japanese Grand Prix, but we're just going to see what we can do. We're going to go to our team just to see what objectives we have going into the next race and the next couple of races that I have to look out for and basically complete. And that was this episode, guys. As I said at the start of the episode, I do apologise for such long gap in between episodes. Just life gets in the way, and it's been very hard at the moment just to balance everything. But I'm getting there, and I will get there soon. But yeah, guys, if you want to see more, like, comment, subscribe, smack the bell down below, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.